Good morning, my name's Jeff Costello. I'm 71 years old and I live in Dubbo in New South Wales, which is about 300 k's west of Sydney. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in about nine years ago, and initially I had an operation to remove the prostate. The cancer then got outside the prostate and started to travel through my body, and I gradually got worse and worse. It was suggested in Australia that I have radiation and chemotherapy, which I declined to do. I had heard some bad results about chemo and radiation, so I wasn't going to go down the path. So over a period of 2 years, I tried 2 or 3 different naturopaths, but got gradually worse until finally in Australia they said that it was the end of the road for me, and that they could do no more for me. It was at that time I was introduced to a naturopath on the Gold Coast by the name of Katrina Ellis, and she suggested I come across to Verita Life. So within about a fortnight I was here. We flew across from Australia, and Dr. Hassami said, look, it's a 6-week program, but give me a fortnight and we'll tell you whether we can help you or not. And after 2 weeks he came in and he said, you'll be right, we can fix you. And so I did the 6-week program. They were very happy with the way I was going. Flew back to Australia. They gave me a medical pack or a supplementary pack which lasted for 2 months, which I took, and within about 12 months I was completely cancer free. So that's what happened initially. Unfortunately, about 6 months ago the cancer came back, so rather than go around down the conventional treatment in Australia, I decided to come straight back here. So I've been back here 7 weeks, and the cancer was in my bone. It's now gone, and I'm on the way to once again being completely cured. So I've been very lucky. Dr. Hassami has been fantastic. Whenever I've had questions about how things were going, or if I was worried about something, we would just send him an email, and every time within a couple of days he would reply, tell me it was just normal or if there was something I should do. The team at Verita Life are just amazing. I've been here 6 weeks this time again, and they test you every week, take your blood, make sure everything's on track, test for gradual improvement, yeah, I mean, they are just a wonderful, committed group. The one major difference was that when I came here 5.5 years ago, I had some low-dose chemotherapy, but that had a detrimental effect on my kidneys. So after 3 treatments of the low-dose chemo, they took me off that, and I didn't have any more throughout the treatment. They cured me with all the other treatments. This time when I came back, Dr. Hassami said, because he knew my history, said if we can cure you without any chemotherapy, that's the way we prefer to go. So this time I've had absolutely no chemotherapy, and had no side effects from any of the treatment. Most of the treatments are completely natural. They oxygenate the blood once a week, take it out, and then oxygenate it and recycle it back into my body. Cancer, as you're probably aware, is not a friend of oxygen, so the more oxygen you get into your body, the better. I do exercise on the bike for 40 minutes every day with pure oxygen, so naturally I'm on a mask, and I breathe oxygen for 40 minutes, so that oxygenates my body. We have intravenous treatments every day, vitamin C, resveratrol, curcumin, which are all cancer killers. I've had absolutely no side effects whatsoever. A little bit of nausea with the vitamin C, but I think what's happened there is then they've slowed the rate. So after the first couple of weeks, I've had very little nausea with the vitamin C or in the other intravenous treatments. They control your diet while you're here. All your meals are prepared for you. Only good food goes into your body, other than some of the rubbish I've eaten when I'm at home. The other thing about that is that over the last 4 or 5 years, our diet and our lifestyle has changed and improved dramatically, because we tend to eat better, don't drink so much alcohol, and obviously exercise and that sort of thing. So it's an improvement in your lifestyle as well, and diet and lifestyle, stress factors, all those things can induce the cancer. So those things are, you learn to be a bit more careful about those sorts of things. Well, I think one of the factors which has probably been detrimental to me is the fact that I tend to worry and stress about my work. I think I've learnt to relax a little bit more, not take things so seriously, still do the work, but I've been doing it for 23 years, so I know what I'm doing, so there's no real reason to stress about it. So I tend to worry and stress less about work, and I think that going forward, that's also going to help me. Since we've been here, my wife and I have been here, a lot of people have contacted us about our experience here, and whether or not they should come. It's quite expensive, as you know, but I just say to all of them, get over here as quickly as possible. There have been occasions where we've advised people to come across here, and they've taken a while to make that decision, and some of them have got here when it's too late, and they haven't had a successful outcome. So I suppose over the last 5 years we've probably sent maybe 10 or a dozen people over here, or advised 10 or people to come here. Some have come here and had good results. Some others have stayed in Australia and have also had good results with conventional treatment. It's a bit of a leap of faith. Some people are reluctant or believe that it may not be effective, so they choose not to do it. But nearly all the ones that we've advised to come across here that have come across have had a good result. I think the word cancer is a real bogeyman for a lot of people. As soon as they hear that they have cancer, obviously they're very fearful. They feel that it's an automatic death sentence, and I would say to them that really most people have nothing to fear from cancer. The body is an amazing thing that if you give it the right materials, it can cure itself. The process which we go through here at Verita Life, in my opinion, is so much superior to the conventional, radiation, chemotherapy, which is, is very hard on the body. All the things I've been through here, as I say, I've had no side effects whatsoever. So my advice to anybody who has cancer in Australia, if they have any doubts at all, get themselves across here as quickly as possible. I'm looking forward to going back to Australia and leading a normal life, because I know that once you've had cancer, you know, there's a possibility that it will come back again. But I have no fear that you know, we can't cure it again. The other side of that is that I know that anybody who is close to me, you know, my wife, my kids, my close friends, if they have a problem with cancer, then you know, they can solve the problem. It's not an automatic death sentence, so it's not something to be petrified about. You simply face it, come across the Verita Life, and cure yourself, and then have a normal life.